The first time I met Jonesy was my first day at the Melbourne Football Club. When I was coming in, he came to pick me up from my house. We lived around the corner from each other, so really nervous. I'm looking out the window just waiting for him to rock up. This huge black truck pulls up out the front, gangster rap music playing, and the window's down. I can see he's wearing a singlet, black singlet with his sleeves and black glasses, and everything was black, and I was scared.
Yeah, certainly coming up against Melbourne, he was one of the players that we would put a fair bit of time into because he was just such a tough in and under player and a player that we needed to stop.
Yeah, always had to put a lot of time into him and knew that he was the sort of heart and soul of the Melbourne Footy Club.
Very determined, chunky young kid coming in to the footy club. But my first memories of him were someone who just came in and worked hard right from the get-go and wanted to prove something and achieve something.
He'll be remembered as one of the greats of this club, 100%. Through everything he's gone through, to still be, here and loyal to the club and so devoted to having success here and building something. He's been here from day dot, so he's been building from as long as he's been playing to win a flag for this club, and it'll just be so special to win one for him and with him.
Well, in terms of his legacy, I think the way we train today is based purely on the way he trains. The hard training culture that we have, and we've had for a while now, comes off the back of Jonesy. Obviously dark days, but he was always training as hard as he could, winning time trials, always finishing in under 10 minutes in 3Ks, which is a phenomenal effort for 12 years in a row. In my opinion, probably goes down as almost the top 5 greatest Ds of all time. 3 best and fairest, 250 games out of a possible 260 odd. Captained the club for almost 5 years now. It's a pretty good resume. There's obviously one glaring thing that's missing. Hopefully that comes in the next few years for him, and it could be the complete player.
Been the heart and soul of this footy club for a long time, and a number of times he could have left, and people would have forgiven him for that. But he's stuck around, been real loyal, and I can't thank him enough for that.
He's done a lot of great things on the field, and off the field he's a great person. He's a really good mate, and he's a great family man as well. So there's not much he can't do really.
I can remember him playing before I got drafted, and he was one of Melbourne's best players, and he still is today. He's been doing it for a very long time. He leads from the front, and we love playing with him.
For one more, Jones can just get the kick away on time. A bit of icing on the cake for the Melbourne skipper.
For what he's done in the tough times for the Melbourne Footy Club and how hard he's fought, and a lot of people sort of hang their hat on what Jonesy was able to do and gave people a sense of pride for a period of time when the team wasn't going that well. So I think that's definitely going to be a big part of his legacy, but hopefully there's more to his legacy that he's going to be remembered for, and I'm sure that it's his aim and his drive and his desire.
And I get genuine satisfaction of participating in a win and looking over and seeing a smile on his face. That really satisfies me as a player now, because I know how hard it's been for him.
I think just his ability to play a role each week. I think as a bit of an older player, we tended to trust Nathan every time we went out in the ground, and I think that's a great trait to have, and I think you've been really consistent over your career to play your role every single week.
One word to describe Jonesy, it's always hard when you ask one word to describe someone, but I suppose competitive would be the number one thing that he brings.
I can do it in 2 pretty well. Cream egg, so real hard on the outside, looks tough exterior, but soft as anything on the inside. He's a family man and big softy, so it's probably the side of him people don't see.
Yeah, ultra competitive, yeah.
Oh, he's incredibly intense, but he's caring. If you can match those 2 words, I'm not sure what the word is for if you match them together, but I've never met a more caring person as a leader, as a friend, and then the way he attacks games, training sessions, weight sessions, and so on is incredibly intense and competitive.
Bold.